Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2000 movie Scream 3. The movie is directed by Wes Craven, who directed the previous two movies, and is written by uh, Aaron Kruger, who this is the only movie in the Scream franchise not written by Kevin Williamson. And in this movie, Sidney is living in isolation, away from everybody and everything. But the there's the stab. The first stab movie was successful enough to get a sequel, and then the third movie was in production. So and everything. But once production started on Stab 3, new killer was going around killing the actors and actresses from the movie, and most of the movie is Dewey and Gail trying to figure out who the killer is and all that. Sidney doesn't really have a lot to do in this movie. She's only in there, she's like a supporting role and everything. She doesn't really become a big part of the movie till the last act of it. But the cast in this is good. I don't think Neve Campbell was as good in this one as she was in Scream 2, but she's not in it as much as she is in Scream 2 either, so I think that plays a big part in it. Courtney Cox and David Arquette are still good in their roles. Their chemistry is still good, although I don't fully understand their relationship, because their relationship is just really weird. Like in the first movie, they get together. The second one, they spend most of it not liking each other, and then they reconcile. And then in this one, they've broken up again, but by the end of it, they're back together again. It's just really weird relationship. But they both do a good job playing their characters again. We get a small cameo by Jimmy Kennedy as Randy, in the form of a videotape, like he had pre-recorded a tape explaining the rules for a third film, or the final film in a trilogy or whatever, and everything. So I thought that was kind of cool, getting to see him for a few minutes. The rest of the new cast is alright. Patrick Dempsey plays Detective Kincaid. I think he's alright in this movie. I never really been a huge fan of Patrick Dempsey and everything, because he kind of seems like he plays the same type of character and everything. He has the same personality and everything I've seen him in, which really hasn't been a lot, so I'm not going to say too much about him, because I could be wrong about that. But about him as an actor, but from what I've seen, he always kind of has the same personality, and this one wasn't really that different. Parker Posey plays Jennifer Jolie, who is in the movie. She's an actress in Stab 3 that's playing Gail Weathers and everything. She's a really annoying character. She gets on my nerves really bad. She gets on Gail's nerves too a lot throughout the whole movie, and she's just really kind of an annoying character. Dion Richmond plays Tyson Fox, one of the actors that's in Stab 3, and he's good. Kind of just there to be killed, but he's not terrible or anything. Emily Mortimer plays Angela Tyler, who's playing Sidney in the movie, and even though she's not in this movie a lot, isn't given a lot to do, I thought she was good in it. She has a likable charm to her and everything, but I don't think she was excellent, but She was good enough. Um, and Jenny McCarthy plays Sarah Darling, one of the first ones to get killed. Uh, and she's not hardly in this movie, so there's not really much to do with her. Um, Lance Henriksen plays John Milton, the president of the company and everything that runs the studio. Everything he's linked to Sydney's mom and the past and everything. And but he's okay for the parts he's in. He's not a really big role either. He kind of plays a little bit of an important part in the last act of it, but not really anything that big. And Patrick Warburton plays Steve Stone, who's like a bodyguard to some of the actors. I actually liked seeing him in this and everything, but he wasn't in it very much and given a lot to do. And then the villain turns out to be Sydney's brother, Roman, who is the director of the movie Stab 3, and he's made to and everything. He's played by Scott Foley, who does a pretty decent job, but I think out of all the performances of people that have played the killers in these films, I think his performance is my least favorite, but he doesn't do a bad job playing the character. Now, this movie's a mixed bag for me. It's easily probably my least favorite out of the Scream franchise, but there are things I like about it, like there's some cool cameos. You get a little cameo from Jay and Silent Bob, who later pretty much repaid Kevin Smith, paid Wes Craven back by having them do a cameo in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. I thought that was pretty cool, seeing them. And probably my favorite scene in the whole movie has Carrie Fisher as a secretary at the studio, and she kind of helps give them some background information about Sydney's mom and everything. But and she was hilarious in there. I like the part where she's like, I tried out for Star Wars, but I obviously didn't get it. They gave it to the girl who slept with George Lucas. I thought that was just hilarious and everything. Her cameo was probably my favorite thing about the entire movie, though. I also do kind of like the way the third act ends and everything. The first couple times I watched it, I didn't really like it, but I actually kind of do like how it goes back to the beginning and shows that Roman was the entire reason all of this started and everything. So I did kind of like that and everything. And I think Roman was an alright character, but it just wasn't. I didn't feel like it was a great way to end the trilogy in a lot of ways. A lot of the new characters are just really, really annoying, especially Parker Posey's character. She gets on my nerves really bad, and the pacing in this movie is awful. Unlike the first two movies, this movie goes by really, really slow. The third act, once the third act picks up, though, it goes pretty good after that. But for the most part, this movie is just really slow and everything, and you can tell that Kevin Williamson didn't write this movie. Like, the dialogue and everything is so off and everything for a Scream movie and everything. But this is an okay movie. It's definitely not terrible, but it's not great either. It's just really mediocre and everything. But besides the Carrie Fisher cameo, my other favorite part, or favorite thing that's come from this movie, is this meme about Courtney Cox's hair. That meme just always cracks me up. I just find it hilarious for some reason. Um, but this is a an alright movie, and I definitely would recommend it if you're watching the Scream series. There's no reason to really skip it because it's an important part in the series, but um, uh, it's definitely not my most favorite though. I'd give it a 6 out of 10. Um, Let me know in the comments what you think of this movie. I hope you enjoyed this review, and feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day, everybody.